The pyramids were first constructed in Egypt in around 5,020 years ago, using methods today we would call witchcraft or magic. In religious books, we tell stories of how the slaves in Egypt would work day and night lifting and moving those large stones that the pyramids are now made of. But in fact, only half is true. Something special that they did was make the stones from limestone and mud. This is very important, as the stone was actually of a lower density than water. They would drop these large stones into the hole that was created, and then border up the entryway. Afterwards they used an army of shaduf wielders to transport the water from the Nile to the various pyramids, filling the center hole, allowing for the bricks to rise up to the next level of construction. It was incredible. These bricks would just float up the inner channel and land up right where they needed to be. In modern day times, we also have pyramids as a business model, using the similar model as a building block to base their ideas on. What they do is actually quite astounding, and maybe in 5,000 minus 20 years, people would look at this and call it witchcraft or magic. They tell stories in their religious books about how they recruited people, promising them night and day full of work, with the return of good vibes only. Little do they know, once you're in a pyramid, it's like a maze, and you can't just walk out. It's an internal conflict between who you are and who you want to be. For some, they are content and comfortable with this maze of unknowing. Others go mad. Look at Djoser. He had two pyramids, but didn't know what to do. The hawk went north of the handsaw, and so did his followers. They were left waiting for the water to take them to where they needed to be. Later on, but still not too long ago, a business owner named Charles Ponzi decided to take on a new approach to this, where instead of rewarding people with good vibes only, he didn't reward them at all. He just let them work on this pyramid, closing off the center and filling him with water. That got him right where he meant to be, in Rio de Janeiro. Now people call this witchcraft still. I mean, think about this. You're there, sitting in a pyramid, and the next thing you swim to the top and bam, you're in Brazil. Wild. So all these people were busy filling the water of his pyramid, but there was nothing else left to go. It was just wasted water. Could have been used in the Western Cape or in California, but no, it was used in a pyramid. There's all these back to pyramids. What are they? Just a hollow shell of what could have been, like massive gains. I think people back then were just lazy. They didn't want to lift. I guess if they were alive in a time of lockdown, they might have done some exercise when they were allowed out. Making a tower just seems a very inefficient use of time. Why not just build the outside? Seriously, just do it. How hard can it be? But all this talk about pyramids is actually, it's brought me back to thinking about coconuts. What a wonderful fruit. I mean, look at the amount of good that it can do for you. How can someone call it a poison? Yeah, sure, it spread the Black Plague back in the day by expanding its outer fleshy shell. But that's in the past. Just look at all the good that it can do. It can help fight against HIV. That's pretty cool. Some studies, not peer review unfortunately, suggest that just a little in your belly button and it will reduce the effects of any gastrointestinal disease. How cool is that? Other studies have almost shown that if rubbed on an eczema area, your skin will be softer than that time you use shea butter on your forearms before going to bed. Mind you, the eczema doesn't really go away, but your skin's soft. So win-win, I suppose. Yeah, coconuts have never done the world any harm,